Man, late but great. Campaign trailing, all kind of squiggy sound effects. But we here though. Might not be professional, but we're here. Man, I'm late. Damn, haunted chair sounding haunted, squeaking, cracking. What's cracking, y'all? What's good? We here. One way or the other, we here. Um, man, are there people on the Diddy F off tapes that would affect the outcome of this election? Are they trying to hold this trial off and keep him locked up and keep him detained or whatever until after the election? Of course, that's what they're saying. I'm seeing that his trial date is in May, until May 2025. So he got to sit down. They're not giving him no bail. He tried 3 or 4 times. They're not giving him no bail. They're trying to have him sit down wherever he at until May, well past the election. But what I want to know, is there any high profile politicians on any of those tapes? Is there any high profile Republicans? Is there any high profile Democrats or affiliates that can influence or damage either party and create a viral storm before the election? Is that possible? Have y'all thought about that? Because if they're trying to put that kind of clamps, they definitely using him as a distraction. But are they also trying to do damage control? Are they trying to be like on some cleaner wolf type business, some scandal or some House of Cards type business, and hold that information or hold that whole story up until after the elections? Mr. Lambo, what up with you? What is y'all thoughts? I'm trying to figure out also what's going on with these notifications on this YouTube, because I don't know if I must have said some trigger subjects over the past week or so that kind of put some type of shadowy type of situation on this page, where it could be due to the recent storms. Matter of fact, prayers go out to all of the people from Florida that's struggling with Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton that just passed through. Approximately, I heard a few million people in Florida is without power. Let me see. I seen some little stickers earlier. So that could happen. I'm sure that can affect what we all doing, because ain't nobody really trying to check in on those social media when you ain't even got a house to live in. So prayers go out, especially for our people that's always catching the worst end of it. Let me see. Yeah, I did see that. Come on now. Almost 4 million Floridians are without power after Hurricane Milton. I don't even know how many was already struggling after Helene, but if it's almost 4 million, that's a whole lot of people without power. So even if you do got a place to live, if you ain't got no power, last thing you worrying about is some social media. So prayers definitely go out for our people that's dealing with that. And something else I saw. Let me see. It's another little price tag that I saw regarding that. Man. Boy, yeah, they tripping. Boy, they tripping on this little, on your boy. It says Hurricane Milton has potential to cause over $175 billion in damages, and that would surpass the $50 billion caused by Hurricane Ian. So I don't know if it really did that much damage as so many people thought it was going to do. But perhaps combined, perhaps the Helene and Milton combined might have got up there, because if it's 4 million of us without power, that's costing jobs, that's costing all kind of stuff. 4 million ain't no lightweight number. So prayers again go out to especially our people, but the people of Florida that's without power and that's without resources or whatever. But I think it didn't hit, the storm didn't hit as bad as we thought it would. So if that's true, that's a grace and a mercy that we need to be giving thanks for. But yeah, I got let me see, what time is it? Can I get on here yet? Yeah. Check this out. I don't know if I can play this, but I don't think this is from Helene or Milton, but it could be. Check this out, though. This is just a cautionary lesson, you know what I'm saying, a PSA of what not to do. And you can see the people complexion for this type of connection, that you don't want to be these type of cell phone recorders, podcasters, or whatever these people thought they was doing.
Whoa! What? Where's Viv? Where's Viv?
Look at this.
The door closed. Keep the door closed. Whoa!
Hey.
Where's Viv?
Whoa! What? Where's Viv? Where's Viv? Where? You good? You good? Oh my God!
You got a beer in his hand.
Jake, are you okay? Coming in.
They was thinking. They was thinking, y'all.
Get out of here!
That's like 5 feet up.
Lights, the power plant going off. Now they're yelling, get out of here. But look at this, man. The beginning, they got cell phones and beers and chilling, and they flip flops.
The door closed. Keep the door closed. Whoa!
Where's Viv?
Whoa! The door closed. Keep the door closed. Whoa!
Where's Viv?
Whoa! What? Where's Viv? Where's Viv?
Hey, my man got a beer. He's still holding on to his beer. Yeah, he got a beer like a Heineken or something in his hand right there. Boy, they dedicated. They stay dedicated. If that's a Heineken, boy, that's a hell of a Heineken commercial. People at Heineken, boy, you need to reach out to them, because that's one heck of an endorsement right there.
The door closed. Keep the door closed. Whoa!
Hey.
Where's Viv?
Whoa! What? Where's Viv? Where's Viv? Where? You good? You good? Oh my God! Jake, are you okay?
Don't
Coming in.
I'm playing with Father Time with Mother Nature.
Get out of here!
That's like 5 feet up.
That's tough right there. Anyway, yeah, so, God willing, man, y'all doing well. And surely this storm, or these 2 back-to-back storms, have something to do with what's going on with the economy, what's going on with social media and other things, man. So, but the subject, back on the subject, is, are there people on the Diddy F-off tapes that might affect the outcome of this election? We don't care really about politics, but everybody seems to care about Diddy and what he's doing. We don't care about Iran and Israel bringing America into war with Iran and Russia. We don't seem to care about those things. We care about Diddy. So since we're talking about Diddy, and we love to talk about Diddy, are there any people, do y'all think there's any people, no high-profile politicians, Republican or Democrat, on them Diddy tapes that might affect the outcome of this election? Y'all think it's any possibility that that's going on? Because they keep that story the hottest story on American news media. There's so many other things going on, but this is topping the news charts every day, especially with us and our little emotional entertainment worshiping selves. Let's dig into it. Let's look into it. Is anybody? Ben Malachi, nothing will affect the outcome. But Give me your thoughts. I mean, what do you mean by that? That's an interesting perspective. It depends on, I guess, who we think is in control, because everything affects everything. Everything affects everything. We're living in a universe of cause and effect. So everything affects everything. But this Diddy deal is one huge distraction. Yeah. So apparently, the people that are in power, the people of the certain race and complexion that are in power, they don't believe like this. They don't live their lives like that. Nothing will affect the outcome. That's an absolutely false statement. Really, to me too, because like I said, I'm a scientist of the laws of cause and effect. And the same way that the orange man got in office the first time proves that this is untrue, because they had Hillary and they had all the small hat powers and forces backing her up that knew that she was a shoe-in, and they just threw Trump in there as a Buster Douglas and she was Mike Tyson. So something affected the outcome, right? So we got to be a lot more mature and realistic about the laws of cause and effect. But yeah, man, we here, man. Tap in Thursday, October the 10th. Man, tomorrow's my little baby girl's 8th birthday, man. So maybe I'll hop on here with her later on, or maybe tomorrow. Do some little birthday celebration shout outs. Thanks. But yeah, it's wartime, so I ain't gonna be able to really show her face. I know better than that, but I'll let y'all hear a little audio. Miss 702, what up? What up? Yep, we here. Trying to find out, what's going on with these little algorithms. What's going on with the sentiment, the whole sentiment online. Natural disasters and calamities and trials and tribulations would make us rethink our daily activities, right? Those of us that's addicts, that's fiending, that's addicts of social media and addicts of other things, boy. And trials and tribulations, them natural disasters, will change our whole little addiction schedule, won't it? Thank you, Miss 702. Yeah, I'm gonna bring her audio on probably in a little while. Dark Gable say the dealer might walk off into the sunset if Imhoff wins. Right. I mean, that's very possible, huh? Jamila, salute, Jamila. Solomon Malone, salute, man. Thank you, man. Walaikum salam, Dark Gable. I'm voting Kamala, but Candace Owens make us family historians proud. I mean, you don't have to tell nobody who you're voting for, Miss 702. Because for whatever reason, our people showed them became super emotionally vested in presidential politics all of a sudden, presidential elections every 4 years. But if you want to have a conversation about it, you're welcome to. Let me see if I can put the link in the chat. Anybody want to talk on a politics? Get rid of this right quick. There we go. So yeah, that's what I'm curious, since they forcing us to pay attention to all this Diddy stuff. Diddy this, more Diddy that, and then Diddy's mama, and Diddy's like, wow, like, is Diddy the president? Is this the Diddy elections? Like, do y'all not see? It has to be something to this for them to be forcing us to pay attention to dude and be angry, upset with him, and look at him like a monster. Is he the real monster? Or who taught him? Who taught him his monster game? Who taught him how to hide and protect these type of crimes for 30 years? How can one little black dude, you know what I'm saying, that don't have no criminal record, know how to do them level of crimes for that long and them all federal crimes, right? Allegedly, and get away with it for 30 some years. He's a diabolical super genius, then, right? That's interesting. Man, Solomon Malone, thank you. Oh, salute, Solomon. Appreciate you, man. I sure will. I surely will. Thank you, Solomon. Man. Appreciate you, Solomon Malone. Facts are facts. I once pulled those census births, such and such records. Yeah. And you know, we all got our reasons for doing whatever we do, but you know, this ain't never benefited us. So it's just fascinating to see my people thinking that this is gonna do something for us, whoever. It's just fascinating. The only people voting for such and such is moist. Damn, I can't repeat that. But it's up there. That's rough. It's rough. That's rough. Man. Are there people on the Diddy F-off tapes that would affect or that could affect or that will affect the outcome of this election if they was to come out before the election? Is it going to be scandal after the election is all over and the smoke cleared, and then we find out such and such was on the tapes and such, somebody that was used to influence us to vote for whatever candidate, and whatever them influencers, whoever them influencers are they on the Diddy tapes, or some of them on the Diddy tapes that if you knew, then you would be too embarrassed and ashamed to even vote for this particular candidate because they're connected with this person. You know, just like Oprah. Oprah was so lovey-dovey with Harvey Weinstein and who else? Diddy and Epstein, you know, but she's still y'all go-to power broker black woman, right? Go-to influencer. So I guess it didn't make no difference, right? Or is it some double standards when it comes to a black male? Is it double standards when it comes to the black male? They just caught the first woman liar that was with Gloria Redemonte. I don't know, man. My bad. You know, I ain't up on. I thought you were finna say Gloria Allred, because that's the number one little female pro-feminist lawyer that's always encouraging females to press charges against black males, rich and famous celebrities. So Gloria Allred, ain't that her name? Man. Okra. Yeah. Miss 702, hope all the victims receive peace and justice. Yeah, that's how I feel about the over 500,000. Well, let me not go there. But no, I gotta go there, Miss 702. This ain't against you. I just have to always push back when it's a sister, especially it's a female that's saying something publicly like that against their own brother. You know, I hope all the victims, the 500,000, over 500,000 per year, little innocent baby, black innocent unborn babies also receive peace and justice. That's what I pray too. So while the grown-up adults is praying for peace and justice for the adult female or male victims of allegedly people like Diddy, I'm praying that the innocent, helpless, unborn victims of black mothers to the tune of 30 million ever since 1973 up until today, I pray those victims receive justice and peace. Zelle, yeah. Well, do I know that? I don't even know the Zelle. All I know is the Cash App that's pinned on the link. So yeah, if anybody wants to help celebrate my little queen, my little god princess birthday, then yeah, you definitely are welcome, and it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm gonna bring her on anyway a little later on, or maybe tomorrow. Her birthday is tomorrow, October 11th. So of course we're gonna do the daddy and daughters thing. And I think I ain't gonna tell you, she don't watch this, but her mom, my wife, gonna take her to see to some little concert, some girl that tickets is $70 a piece. I'm like, $70? What they doing? Like, man, I've been out the loop for a while. Like, I never paid for concerts, but damn, a little girl's concert is $70 each. Like, geez Louise, I heard that. But yeah, Jamila, I think, or my wife do, or something like that. So I don't want to put that info out on here, but yeah, you can hit my DM, my West Coast Cam IG, and just DM me, and then I give you that info if that's what you want to do. But I appreciate the sentiment anyway, whether you're able to do it or not. I just appreciate it. Miss 702, interesting that we play up Harris Blackside as a liar, but the rest of the time she Indian. I don't know what I'm not sure. I don't know who is on the victim or the abuser side. I wasn't there. That's why my statement was general. But we already know by even saying that, Miss 702, we already know that already suggests and implies that they're the victims of him. Let's keep it 1,000 now. Come on, my sister. Let's keep it 1,000. Diller is gonna sing, yeah, but that's why I think if he is gonna sing, they're not gonna let him sing until after the election. So they've already scheduled the date. They're not letting him out. They claim he a flight risk, but whatever the case is, they're gonna monitor any type of communications that he try to give out. And they're not gonna let him sing nothing until May 2025. So far, so whatever it is, they're not gonna let, because now the feds is in control of it, right? Unless he done, in case of emergency, break glass and release the tapes relating, unless he gonna hit some kind of switch like that. But it don't look like he gonna do that. It don't look like he gonna do that. People say he being framed and railroaded by the elite. Of course he is. Of course he is. That don't mean he ain't guilty. Of course he is. He's definitely being framed and railroaded by the elite, but he's being sacrificed because they way stronger and more active and more wicked than he is. That's who's been protecting him. That's such of a diabolical super genius that he can get away with such crimes and such amounts for this long, for 3 decades, for over 30 years, all federal crimes. Because if they this outraged and they coming up with these numbers today, the sort of feds didn't never know this. So he been ducking and dodging and evading the feds for 30 years. Man, if you don't knock it off, of course he's being railroaded. Of course. But that's what happens when you sign up and get in bed with the devil. You allow yourself to be fattened up. You allow yourself to be a fat sheep, And when it's time for Thanksgiving, when it's time for them to eat, or they need to sacrifice you on the altar, they gonna sacrifice you once they call your number. Hey, this is how it go. Yeah, he might be guilty as charged. That don't mean he's the most guilty. That don't mean he's the most guilty. That don't mean that he's the mastermind. That don't mean nothing. That just means he's guilty of whatever he's guilty of. But he can't be guilty alone. I'm not talking about the people that agreed to freak off with him. I'm talking about the people that been covering it up. The people like the feds that know how to catch, they know how to catch a dude selling rocks, but they can't catch Diddy selling you know, whatever, man, for 30 years, 30 something years. Michi D, truth. I think voting is an illusion of choice by the powers that be. They all puppets. I feel. You mean you think? You mean that's more than just a feeling. That's something that you can actually prove. Distractions to a bigger agenda. The diddler ain't gonna vote. What do you? I don't know what you mean by that. Luis Hernandez, salute. The devil is coming to collect Daryl Jackson. Yeah, he didn't already no Diddy. He didn't already came. No Diddy, right? No Disney. He didn't already came. No. Guilty of being a bandit or a part of the. Yeah, but I mean, is that a crime? Is that a crime? I thought that's what the Democrats and the liberals and the whole rainbow thing. I thought that they was pushing that free love who you want to love, right? That's not a crime according to this country and this administration. Gooch the Great, where you at, bro? Hop on here with me, man. Let's talk about are there people on Diddy F-off tapes that would affect the outcome of this election? Is that why they holding him and not giving him no bail and not giving him no voice? And they pushing the trial. They holding him, in custody until May of 2025. So I read. Is there anybody on them freak off tapes that's high profile Republicans or Democrats that we don't want to see until after the election? They don't want us to see until after the election. Diddy was a sacrificial lamb for sure. Definitely more important people tied to him. Absolutely. It's hard being black, either gender. Diddy was a mogul yesterday. Today he's another rapper inmate. It's hard being black, either sex. Which one is harder, Miss 702? Which one do you think is harder? Since we be doing the lesser of two evils, 4 years ago, I got bombarded and pressured and accused of all kind of stuff of being a problem. And this is why black people ain't where we should be, because we don't get together and believe in voting. So since I didn't believe in voting and they was pushing this lesser of two evils, like I had to vote for an evil. So since I had to vote for an evil, right? And there's a such thing as lesser of two evils, which so many of our sisters agreed, but they still pushed that on me that I was doing wrong and I was going against the code. Which one of us has it the worst? The black male or the black female? You know what I'm saying? Which one has it the hardest? The black male of America, descendant of slaves, or the black female of America, descendant of slaves? Since we doing the lesser of two evils thing, I would always like to keep that same energy. Miss 702.
Hey, Mr. Cam, can you hear me well or no?
Yeah, I hear you good. Your audio
Okay.
always be on point.
Okay. I got to start off by saying it. I got to start off by saying it. Don't kill me.
I would never do that. I'll let you stick
Don't kill
yourself.
me.
I'll let you
Right.
stick yourself, pretty
Right.
Tony, but I wouldn't do
Well,
it.
this is my thing. I've been contemplating this my whole life, right? Especially like your 20s, your 30s, and now entering into the 40s, right?
Right.
I used to always think the world was more dangerous for black men. And I still think that it's more dangerous for black men, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of maybe success, I've been in a lot of environments where I feel like black women are more challenged and unprotected in like corporate environments than black men.
So you
Because
saying success or danger?
yeah, well, in terms of danger in general, I feel like black men have it harder than black women. But in terms of like the working environment, like corporate America, black women have no allies. Men
What?
will partner with men against women.
Oh Lord, are you in
I think
corporate
so.
America?
I've seen it. I've seen it.
You
Yeah,
in
I've
corporate
seen.
America?
Yes, and I've seen Black women get discriminated against. And if there are women in leadership, they
Hmm.
tend to like or favor the Black men.
Who likes and favors the black man?
If there are women in leadership, they tend to.
Black men ain't even in corporate America. Black men, the number of black men that's in corporate America compared to the number of black women, have you?
I know it's disproportionate, but
So
I, yeah, that's true. Okay, you got me. You got me. It's true. It's disproportionate. It is disproportionate. But y'all get treated so well, and we get like bullied at
we
work.
get treated so well by who?
If a Black man is in the work environment, I think that they get treated better than Black women because we get bullied. No one wants to hear
Absolutely
us. No
false.
one wants to
Absolutely
see
false.
us. You
Yeah,
know?
that's absolutely false because for one, you just saying the work environment. So it's different types of work environment. So if we're talking
It's
about
just true.
corporate work environment, or you talking about just regular blue collar, you know,
No, white
manual
collar
labor,
environments. Yeah,
huh?
we're white collar environments, definitely. White
White
collar,
collar,
not blue
yeah,
collar.
white collar environments. A black man has to be rainbow. For us to be getting
Mm.
treated good like that, we have to be rainbow.
Mhm.
So you're not gonna show me. I'm a black man, and I've been in this industry for 30 something years, which is directly connected to the corporate industry because
Right.
hip hop is connected to everything. Show me these black men that's not rainbow, that's treated well.
I mean, I think they supersede all of the other groups, right? The rainbow group supersedes everyone at this point. But I don't know. I could just go with my life experience, and mine's is more on the financial sector, right? In those environments, but like you said, it's not a lot of Black men. But if Black
Mhm.
men do make it in, right?
Right.
Those women that are in leadership will protect them because they like them. You know what I mean? They have little crushes on them. So of course they want to keep them around. Whereas Black
You talking about
women,
the Euro women?
exactly. And I
Oh,
didn't want to say that, but sometimes Black men are fetishized in those environments and they do keep them around, you know?
I can see that. I can agree with that. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's to me, it's more if we just it's much more of our sisters that's in corporate America and corporate positions of power and business
Hmm.
owners than black males. And this system, the same one that that likes the chocolate brothers or whatever, but the same system is giving the sisters all these grants and education and you know it's wide open because just like the Euro woman likes the brother, the Euro
Hmm.
man who runs it all likes y'all. That's why y'all get the preferential treatment. Y'all get open door policy. We don't get that because
Well,
the Euro
financially, it
women
makes
ain't running.
sense.
The
Yeah,
Euro women
financially, it
ain't
makes
running.
sense for those Caucasian men, though, because a lot
Mhm.
of people don't know they get tax credits for having diversity. And most corporate companies now have diversity and inclusion departments.
Yeah,
So they
whatever you
have
call
to
it.
give us the opportunity.
Yeah,
That don't mean they got to treat
whatever you
us
want to
right,
call it.
but
Yeah, whatever
you
you
know.
want to call it, that's still proof that the black women are getting way more benefits and advantages and what got it way easier. Even though once you get in the corporate union, you could say it's hard because whatever, but
Mhm.
you in there, you in there.
That's true. I never really thought about it as a whole. I'm telling you, I'm not above correction.
Oh
Like
no,
you'll
no,
never
I mean,
learn if you can't be corrected. And I never thought about it.
yeah, but you were looking. It's what you're saying is true, relatively speaking, to once you in there. For
Right.
us that know we can't never get in there like that. You know what I'm saying? You crying about you don't have no shoes. I don't have the right kind of shoes, but you crying to dudes that don't have no feet. You know what I'm saying? You talking
Mm,
about you complaining about how bad it is with these shoes. I don't have no, we don't got no feet. You know what I'm saying?
right. Well, can I
So
ask you another question between Black men and
absolutely.
Black women in the corporate environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does it seem like, and I've noticed this in my life, when you look to black men for your brotherhood, sisterhood, it be so strong in all other environments. But
Mm.
when you're in that environment, black men kind of know they don't like Keisha, so I'm gonna steer away from Keisha. We really don't have brotherhood, sisterhood in those environments. Why do you think that is?
Because we've been programmed, poisonally programmed, to think that money and corporate status is success over relationship status.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So especially our women. So since our women is outnumber us, and they didn't already, kind of, went after the bag over us,
Hmm.
um, the black males that actually make it to corporate America see that. They see that. Like, oh,
Hmm.
okay. I was struggling. The definition of a woman, according to Christianity, is she's supposed to be a helpmeet. She was supposed to
Hmm.
help me get here. But she wasn't effing with me until and unless I got here. And now once I get here, I don't need you because you said you didn't need me. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't gonna struggle love, and I can do bad by
Hmm.
myself and all this kind of stuff. So once the black males that reach that environment, that corporate environment, along with the black women, we like F y'all. You know what I'm saying? You didn't help us
Hmm.
get here. We got here in spite of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Never thought about it from y'all perspective. I tell you, I'm learning a lot. But I
Yeah,
have a personal question to ask you, Mr. Cam. I can't
absolutely.
leave without asking a juicy personal question.
Hey, let's go.
So a lot of the guys are saying now they're flat out saying, like, no, I don't want a woman to be president, right? I'm not voting for Kamala. Women aren't ready for that leadership position, right? So
Mhm.
you personally, if Candace Owen was running against Donald Trump, and we know you love Candace Owens. If she was running, who would you vote for between the two parties?
I'm too intelligent. I know the purpose and the function of this system and the structure and this enemy. So,
Mhm.
you know, she would never be a power. She would never have no power and no say so because, this
Mhm.
wasn't built for her. She would just
Mhm.
be a figurehead, a mannequin, a flower girl in the window, flower dressing, you know what I'm saying? Just like we all, would be.
Mhm.
Um, so that's why I don't vote because if I was to vote, I never voted for a president in my life, and I never plan to. But if I was, it would
Mhm.
be for Trump,
Mhm.
regardless, because it's time for the fall of America. You know what I'm saying? So my reasons is not
Mhm.
America great again. My
Mhm.
reason would be to hurry up and help fulfill the scripture where it says Babylon the Great is falling. You know what I'm saying? Because the black male in general, our view of this world and this land is hell. We can't do no worse. You know what I'm saying? So we don't
Mhm.
mind it being all over with. Let's just let Satan cast out Satan, and let's let this thing be a wrap. But those of us that believe in this people and believe in this system, like that's the problem. The
Mhm.
problem ain't those of us that don't believe in voting. The problem is those of us that do. That's my opinion. So since he's already proven to them and to us to be the most HATED of mainstream small hat, you know, deep state, uh, big brother, then
Mhm.
yeah, let's get him back in there and let the Hatfields and the McCoys go at it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Let's bring this Babylon on down.
I thought that you would have been a sure bet for Candace Owens, but I do understand your explanation. And thank you so much for allowing me to come up and ask my questions. You
Man,
guys have a
always
good night.
you got a VIP treatment with me all the time at 702P.
Thanks, fellas.
Hey, no, tell her
Bye.
don't leave yet, Cam.
Huh?
Tell her don't leave.
She can hear you.
Okay.
Hi,
Well,
sir.
I wanted to. Well, the number one reason you guys are liked in corporate America because you're the watchdog for corporate America against black men.
Explain
So
that.
you gotta have your watchdog there.
Give me an
That's
example.
number one. Number two, Candace Owens, she's so much of a real black woman, she wouldn't dare run for that position because she'll even say that that's not a position for a woman. She thinks it's very gay for a man to want to vote for a woman. So that's how
Let's let's
strong of a
let's
black
let's
woman
let's
she is.
let's edit some of them.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how strong of a black woman she is. She wouldn't even put herself in that position.
You
That's how
came
much
in pretty
respect
hot
she
and
has for
heavy, but you
What did you say?
you came in pretty hot and heavy, but you know what? I don't know if I agree with the Candace Owens situation, but I do agree with what you're saying about black women being watchdogs. They do tend to put us in that position because they know we're not favored anyway, right? So
no,
they'll
no, 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 no,
dangle
no,
something in
no.
front of your
It,
face and they'll say, hey, you watch them, you report it, you clean it up, you're good. So that does tend to happen. He's right about that.
it happens all the time. That's why you have the angry black woman as the supervisor on most jobs.
Hmm.
The sister that nobody likes,
Mm.
the woman that I'm gonna take it back anyway. I don't care if I wore this 10 or 15 times. I'm gonna take this back. She's always the supervisor.
You know, in a lot of these jobs and these corporate jobs, they do like a psychological assessment. You know what I mean? Not that they're trying to see if you're crazy or not, but they just try to they say that they're just, testing or your personality to see where you strongest at or how would you fit with this team or that team. But it's really a psychological analysis to see, are you selfish? Are you
Right.
bitter? Are you triggered? They're not telling you that's why it is, but they do all kind of like little psychological tests before they hire you or they bring you on to know exactly how to use you and what to
Right.
use you for.
Miss 702, just like if you look at television, that's why they always have the ancient mama type black sister on talk shows, and you have to be a homosexual male to be a news anchor. They don't have strong brothers on the news. That's you have the Don Lemons and those type of brothers. Then you have to have that ancient mama type look to be on the talk show. This is all by design.
Well,
Everything is political now. People keep telling you, like, oh, don't bring politics to the work environment. Don't you guys realize it's already here? I remember when the pandemic went down, I was being recruited by this law firm, right? And I don't want to say their name because we all know who they are.
mm,
And one of the questions on the application was, how do I feel about Donald Trump? Now, one
dang,
of the hints about the law firm is that they're Mormons and they're
mm,
heavily successful in Utah, right?
right.
Like politics are now a part of the career environment. You can't avoid them. It's no blocking that out.
And for them to be recruiting you, they have to know that you'll tell on us.
You said tell on us.
Yeah. If you were heavily recruited by them, they saw something in you that let them know that you would tell on us if need be.
Depends on I'll say depends on what the job is. Depending on
That's
what the
right.
job is.
Right. Right.
I think that more applies to government positions. Government positions, I would say I agree with you on that. General corporate positions, I don't know. They about their bag more than their agenda. In corporate, they got an agenda, but they about the bag. The bag fuels their agenda. So they want earners. They want women that's gonna be earners or help them be earners more than rats and snitches.
Yeah, and it was a financial firm. So the craziest part was now that I really think about it, it was only me and one other black person. Like, I don't know about all their other environments, but for our immediate environment, it was just me and her. And you want to know the craziest thing? This is the only time in the world I have ever had a black woman have a conversation with me about how to succeed and climb the career ladder. She
Dang.
actually told me, she pulled me to the side one day. Now she was biracial. I'm
Mm,
African, black, 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 right?
right.
She told me, she said, I think you need to use a lighter complexion foundation.
Damn.
And I never in my Los
Man.
Angeles, California life ever had anyone tell me that I needed to play up being lighter in the career environment. That really
Mm.
shocked me. So you're right. Black women do kind of have to do a little bit of selling out to succeed in those environments.
Miss
True.
702, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Have you ever dated a white guy?
absolutely not.
Never?
Salute.
Okay.
Salute.
Never.
Not
Okay.
saying there's nothing wrong with people that do, but
Yeah.
super salute to you on that bar. Why do you ask, Luch?
Because usually in the environment she's in, um white guys like the real dark Afrocentric type woman.
Mm.
Um
Yes. Yes.
but I mean, there's a reason behind it. I don't want to say because I talked to some cats and they told me why. Well, you know what? I'm on with my brother Cam.
Yeah,
I
but you
have
got you gotta hold on. You gotta make sure you talking code language.
yeah, I'll talk in code language. Well, I have a buddy. He's an attorney of a huge law firm in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills to be exact. And I asked him, I said, man, why is it when you guys date sisters, you pick this type of sister? And he looked at his buddy. He said, should
Mhm.
I tell him? Yeah, yeah, go ahead and tell him. He said, because they remind us of our nannies.
Mm. Mm.
I said, huh?
Terrible.
But he kept it 100. And if you think about it, their nannies were probably very nice to them. When their parents went on vacation, they were there with the nanny. The nanny was like their mom. And I've never seen a mulatto nanny. So they usually, it's just like the people they pick for television. They get the real Aunt Jemima type nanny. So when they grow up, they become attracted to that particular type of sister because that's who was nice to them growing up, or that was their help growing up.
Man, yeah, that's deep. That's deep. And opposites attract. Period. The
Yeah.
law of physics. So you're just gonna be naturally curious and attracted to the opposite nature of That's why you see people that's extremely dark. They always going for somebody light, and people that's light skinned is looking for somebody dark. So that's a natural physics law.
Yeah.
Can I lend more weight to what he's saying? Because he just solidified a question I had at that time, right?
Mm.
So they relocated me from Vegas to Arizona because it's a part of the region for the firm, right?
Mm.
And in
Uh-huh.
Arizona, it seemed like all the African American women had Caucasian husbands. I'm not
Mm.
going to say all, but like a lot of them did, right? And I
Mm.
wondered myself, like, because they had the Trump flags on the back of their cars, they had the Confederate flags. You go to their homes, they have it up. And I'm
Mm.
like, as a Black woman, it would be hard for me to be with someone with those beliefs. Remember, at that time, it was Arizonians that rushed the White House, it was
Mm.
Arizonians that were very vocal about their beliefs. But people didn't know in Arizona, they had Black wives and they had mixed kids. But you just, gave me clarity on why they choose that particular type of Black woman. Like you just
Mm.
gave me clarity on that because I couldn't figure it out.
If
Mm.
you ever want to see a sister act right, put her in a room of white men that appear to be rich or powerful. And
It-
you're going to get the best sister you've ever seen on earth. She might even get an English accent. That's just how it is, sister. And if you're in Arizona, especially if you're in, Paradise Hills and Paradise Valley and things of that nature, you're going to see a lot of brothers, it's
Wait, yeah,
big time brothers with snows. That's
yeah,
just how it is in Arizona.
yeah. I was out there. I lived out there for 10
Yeah,
years. So that's
yeah,
exactly how that go. And
yeah. Scottsdale and all that. That's what you're
yeah,
going to see.
that's all you're gonna see. But it's for various reasons though.
Yeah.
They
But what
I,
he's saying
they
is so true. They all have Black wives. I said, I
Mhm.
don't know what's going on out here. It's like a movie. It's like, like, why do you all have Caucasian husbands? This is crazy.
And weren't the sisters so nice acting and polite? They didn't twerk when they went out. They were on the top of their game, weren't they?
No comment.
I know.
Yeah, but I mean, that's it's reasons. It's for every effect, it's a cause. So a lot of us don't want to get into the cause. We know that we see the effect, but we don't necessarily get into the cause.
Yeah.
You know?
And a lot of those sisters are just so anxious to change the course of the hair down the line in their family. They've been teased so much about their kinky hair. Now they get to change that for their children. That's what they really want to do. Those type of sisters, all they want is to have the cutest baby in the nursery and have a baby that they can take to child care and everybody's gonna play with it. Because nobody played with them growing up. Look at Serena.
Hmm.
Oh my God, that's tragic. Super tragic.
Yeah, well, I mean, we products of self HATED or HATRED. For real, so just like you said,
Yeah.
it's truth to that. The reason why our sisters want the former slave masters men as mates is for that reason, so they can have good hair. A lot of times it's just that simple.
Yeah.
And it's a subliminal subconscious worshiping of a white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So subconsciously you think that Jesus is white and Jesus is the son of God, so God must be white. So if I marry into that, that race, then I'm blessed.
Woo.
So that going on also. But the reasons why males do it, we do it for lust reasons. We do it for the reasons that we always saw them as the standard of beauty. So we always fantasize that's heaven. That must be heaven if we get us a little snow, get us a little pink toe. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we do it, and we wind up knocking them up and producing mulattoes that way.
Yeah.
But can I ask you guys this question since we're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know the toxic conversations that go on behind closed doors between Black women and those Caucasian women, or even Hispanic women, or even Asian women that love to date or marry interracially? Do you guys have any idea about how toxic the conversation is behind closed doors?
No.
I can
Would you like to
imagine.
tell us?
I can
How would
imagine because
it's crazy?
if you sell it before you go there, Ms. Seven,
Okay.
because if the final act is you getting with one and being intimate with one, then the words, I can imagine what words led you to to reach that action.
My very close friend, lifetime friend, I
Mm-hmm.
have Vietnamese, half Filipino, right?
Mm-hmm.
She told me, she said, I don't understand why you're still dating Black men. Because a Black man isn't going to do the things that you want a husband to do. It's time for you to start dating white men. That's what she
Mm-hmm.
told me.
What is
That's
the
what she
thing?
told
What are
me.
some of the things that
But they tell you things like that. As a Black woman, sometimes they make comments like that about Black men. So it's
right?
like,
Yeah.
as a Black man, it's like if you think this is a trophy and this is how they truly talk about you behind closed doors.
Oh
Like
no, because that's the way we talk about y'all. It's even.
Yeah,
that's
it's locker room talk.
terrible. That's
Yeah, locker
terrible
room talk.
though. Sleeping with the enemy.
But we the enemy. If we sleeping with the enemy, that means we the bigger enemy, right?
Yeah.
And we're enemy because of a lack of knowledge of ourselves. The only reason why we can dislike ourselves so much, I don't want to use the H word, HATE word, is
Mhm.
because of what happened to us for 400 years, right? So we're carrying around the mark of the beast. We're carrying around the mindset of the beast that really HATEs us so much. They put their mentality in our head, so we're physically stronger than them. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we do, we're gonna do it stronger. So if they can put those, anti us thoughts and mentalities in our own head, then we gonna be gang members. We're gonna be aborting our babies $500,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna see the value of our own men and our own women. That we the most exotic, we the most foreign, we the most dominant. You know what I'm saying? Our DNA is the bag. You know what I'm saying? You running to find something to water you down, to water your blood and your power down when your kinky hair sister or your kinky hair brother, that's the bag. You know what I'm saying? His DNA is the bag, or her DNA is the bag.
Mm-hmm. Look at Serena Williams, Miss 702. She's worth 250
Must I
million.
look at her? Must I look at her?
Yeah, I understand, but she's had brothers in her life that are worth way more than her husband. Her husband, she's worth way more than her husband. Just because of his complexion, she tied the knot. And the difference is when you see our elite black men, the Eddie Murphys, the Byron Allens, and all these brothers with Snows, the difference is we're still the dominant gene. We're still him. We're the man. When you guys do it, you guys would take a guy with less just because of his complexion. Look, the girl that plays Precious, she went and got because a lot of you guys are looking for the beta male, the soft male, the pushover, the one you can tell to do. And you know a lot of things that you say the average brother isn't going for.
Yes, it's more of a choice thing, right? So now in the age of my body, my choice, free will, choice, it's
Yeah.
the question is why are adult, brothers choosing the others, and why are adult sisters choosing the others? You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have a choice for 400 years through slavery. The majority of us becoming lighter skinned was because of white male fathers that violated the black slaves for 400 years and produced us. That wasn't a choice. So, these mulatto or these lighter skinned blacks that we are now, we all got some slave master blood in us because a white male slave master got with one of our black, great grandmothers and produced us. So now that we're free and we're rich and powerful and we have our own body and our own choice, now we actually choosing the others and producing mulattoes from a different motivation. I don't know if this particular episode gonna get demonetized.
I was just about to say I'm trying not to say anything because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
We there
Cause
now. So
yeah, because I'm not an angel. I'm like everyone has their flaws, right? And I just feel like I'm the worst example to speak on this situation because I'm spoiled. Like me in particular, I'm spoiled. Between grandfathers, between uncles, between dad, I'm spoiled. So I don't feel that I necessarily have to choose anything that anyone thinks that I should be with, you know? My father just sold my childhood home. He's moving next door. Like I still have my original protector and provider. So it'll never get so bad that I feel like I have to choose a white man. I'm not attracted to white men. I don't need them for a career ladder. Like I'm just not desperate at all. I don't have to consider any of that. I would never, you know. But everyone can do what they need to do for them, you know?
Right.
But yeah. I don't knock people who do.
Who taught you that or did anybody teach you? Is it just instinctive that you just was locked on to your own men, or you attracted to your own men, or was that taught to you growing up?
I like what I saw growing up. Like I really have, even though I'm born and raised in California, my family is very Southern based, right? It's home either way. If I'm in Texas, I'm in Louisiana, or I'm in California, it's home. And they were all protectors and providers. All of our houses run the same. All of our, kind of the way we treat each other runs the same. And I don't know that I would link up with a Caucasian man and he would think or move the same as the man who raised me. So I just have a disconnect. I'm not against it. I'm not disgusted by it, but I have a disconnect with that.
Right. I hear you. So what's your present relationship with the sisterhood? Like, do you have a lot of black, sister acquaintances? Do y'all have these kind of talks, or do you more get along with black males? Do you and black males have these kind of talks, but you're not really able to have these kind of talks with sisters?
Um, I'm pretty diverse since I've always been raised by men and amongst men. There
Mm,
are a lot of men in my life, right?
mhm.
But I'm someone who gets along with other women too. But I would say that my female circle is very diverse ethnic wise.
No,
Whereas the men in my life are predominantly black men,
gotcha,
you know?
got.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
Man.
mean, home is just home. Home is just home, you
I
know?
mean, it's nature. It's supposed to be natural, but we've been taken out of our nature. So natural is like restrictions. They call that being oppressed. We're oppressed by the laws of nature. We don't want no laws on us. We want to break
Yeah.
natural laws of every kind. So
Right. Right. I've said this before. The more guys that I'm dating right now, I could recite a couple of lines from like the movie The Mac, and he could finish them. So we
mm,
we have
right.
great chemistry. We have the same culture. It's a joke. Please don't nail me. It's a joke, but it's true though. Like most of us know the same things. We know the same music. We know the same movies. We know you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I would rather be with someone who shares the same culture as me. I don't want to have to explain it for the rest of my life.
yeah. I think even more than culture is trauma. It's pain. Like a lot of females, our sisters come with these new age words, trauma bonding and all that. Yeah, that's what I need. I need a trauma bond. I need somebody that can bond with me based on understanding the trauma I've been through for 400 years. Exactly. And I need struggle love. I don't trust
Right.
no love but struggle love. You know what I'm saying? I don't even believe that it's love if it ain't struggle involved. So, I'm opposite all this new stuff.
But what this gentleman just said right over here with the faces, I don't know his name yet, but
That's
what he just said, there are some women that are seeking. And I do believe that they choose the others because they're seeking, you know?
they're
Like they
seeking what?
want to live in this particular type of neighborhood and be seen as this type of person. I've lived in great neighborhoods where my neighbors didn't speak to me. When I lived in Las Vegas, I lived near Blue Diamond. My neighbors didn't speak to me. So what's
Right.
the point in living in this fabulous neighborhood where your Caucasian neighbors do not speak to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the point of working for this company where you're the only black spot? You know what I mean? And people
Mhm.
do
It's
not like
peaceful.
you. I don't
I
I
stayed in
don't want that
Queensbridge
life.
Towers. I stayed in Queensbridge Towers. It was very peaceful.
You a black man though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We looking for peace. They looking for adventure. They looking for, women, they look for something different than we looking for.
Right. Right.
Man.
Every
I
Towers.
don't seek the curly head baby. I want my baby to look like my uncle Leroy and my uncle Tommy. Like, I want my
Right.
baby to look like everyone in my family. So I don't know. Everyone
Oh,
has different goals in life, you know.
I think they
okay.
they seek they seeking the easy way out. They seeking a path of least resistance. Like a lot of us, our sisters accuse us of being weak or this and that, but our sisters is just as weak if they're not willing to help us struggle. You want to already get there. You want to get to Emerald City and shit, but you don't want to walk this yellow brick road with us. You don't want to help put these bricks on this road and lay these bricks, lay this path with us. So I ain't saying you, but that's where our sisters is at. So once we see how lazy and how willing to cheat and shortcut that they are with us and have these standards on us that we gotta already have this, we gotta already have that. Well, what the hell I need you for? I don't need you to
Right.
help spend my money to help me enjoy my success that I got without you. You know what I'm saying? I need your help to get me there.
They just want to play in the championship game. They could care less about the playoffs.
They don't even want to play. They want to be in the VIP section. They want to be on the floor watching you play.
Yeah.
I'm out getting my nose broke. I'm getting Achilles, hamstring injuries, and but you
Yeah.
get to sit in the skybox with the champagne and celebrate, and yeah, that's pretty rough.
Taking IG pics.
And sending them to your other dude.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a commitment at 9:00, but I appreciate you letting me up, and I appreciate the enlightenment. You guys have a good night, okay? Bye.
You too, 702P. Yeah, Gooch. Yeah, man. So the original subject before we get off of here was: Are there people on the Diddy tapes, the F off tapes, that would affect the outcome of this election? Is there possibly? I'm hearing. Well, I ain't gonna say no names, but some very high placed politicians, Democratic and Republican, that just like Jeff Epstein allegedly had these same type of people on his tapes, that they're on the Diddy tapes, and they ain't let him out. I think they denied him a bail 4 times now, and they said, no, you're just gonna have to sit down, and they pushed the date back, his trial date or arraignment, whatever, to May of 2025. So that's well past the elections. So it seems like they trying to let all of the dust clear before they let anybody know who's really on them tapes. What's your thought?
My thought is this, and this is once again, this is just assumption. They're waiting to see who wins this particular presidency, right? And I think if the lady wins, they're going to go through with the trial and publicly crucify the guy.
Mm-hmm.
If the guy wins, I think they're going to plot to do something, because it's a high possibility that guy lets him out.
Yes, I would agree. The guy would probably likely let him out because the guy can relate to fake
That's
media and false charges and that whole, grab him by the pee thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's why it was prolonged until March, because that gives them enough time to see who's going to be where and how they're going to handle this particular situation. So I doubt if we ever see the tapes, because once this dies down, the lower ranking people at those tapes will probably move up the ladder and the show will continue.
Right. So I think you said, if orange guy gets back in, then he's gonna go after the higher ups. He's gonna go after the people that enabled Diddy, that enables Diddy.
Right.
We gonna stay on Diddy and people just on that level. We gonna stay on the rappers, Diddy and Jay-Z and Jamie Foxx and whoever else, that we can snag up in this little net.
Right. So you know what I'm saying about us saying it. So as long we here. We here, bro. Man, I called you earlier because I've been waiting. It was 7:00 came, you weren't here. 7:30. I got discouraged. But happy birthday to my niece, man.
That's what I was doing. So her birthday until tomorrow. I was gonna bring her on tonight, but I ain't gonna be showing her faces on here because more and more controversial.
Does she have a mask or a cover up?
Oh yeah, she got a mask. I can do that. But
can you do that so I can say happy birthday to her, please?
Well, they upstairs doing whatever they doing, so I ain't gonna interrupt them.
Okay.
But I bring her. Yeah, I'll probably get back on here if not tonight. Tomorrow is definitely the
Okay.
Yeah, I try to let them do their time, and then once I get off of here, then they gotta give the king his time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, time management, a lot of family time management going on around here.
And tell her the image that she did for me. I wear shirts or whatever. I'm gonna get that image on the shirt. It's gonna say Uncle Gooch.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my little shirt.
Drawing some more too. She said he liked it. I was like, yeah. Look, I showed her the text message.
Yeah. Did you watch the 5150 the other day?
Which one? The most latest
Um,
one?
yeah. Corey was talking about the same thing you're talking about almost. So everybody's on the same page, man. It's all positivity. Um, did anybody else get up besides Miss 702?
Nah, because I'm thinking, for the last past week, I don't know if it's Helene or Milton or just maybe I said some trigger algorithm words or topics because the whole
Yeah,
numbers have been way down, you know what I'm saying? So
right,
I don't know. It might have been, because 4 million people in Florida is out of power. The power is out for 4 million,
right, right.
and that's just from Milton. So prior to that, the week prior to that, with the Helene thing. So I just
Because I
think,
know I have you on my notifications, and when you came on, I didn't get a notification.
oh
I
really?
just like every 20 minutes, just check. And when I
Yeah,
checked, you were on. So
yeah. So
I have to do my due diligence and check myself. So if you do get back on tonight, man, I would love to get on. Yeah, man, I support you, man. I want everybody else to support you as well.
man, appreciate you, Goose. Love you, bro. Yeah, I'm probably
Yeah, thank you, brother.
hop on IG for a second too, because I don't really be on there, but I'm gonna get on there just to see if
You
I
gonna go on your
still
page? You want me to go on mine?
I'm gonna hop on mine, and then if
Okay,
it's
I'll see you over there.
if the
Okay,
numbers are down, then I'll hop on yours.
okay,
All
all right,
right,
y'all. Love you, Cam. See you over there, brother.
how you too,
Later,
bro?
man.
Yeah. Um, Lawrence Strickland, Martin Luther King was our first black president. I didn't get that memo. Obama fooled our people, and now they come with, yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to just scroll back. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I think, either way, we in America's is falling. It's just like how you want it to fall. You want it to fall that way or fall that way. Either way, it's time for it to fall. So whether it's the Orange Man or whether it's Harris, it's time for the fall. It's autumn. It's autumn for this country either way. It's fall for this country either way. Here's the link, man. If anybody else want to get on, so I'm gonna get off of here in probably a few minutes and go deal with my little girl. Get ready for her little born day celebration. That's what life is about. I'm trying not to flex or floss on nobody, but at my age, I learned what real wealth is. If you listen to any multi-billionaires, they're gonna tell you that all this money and chasing the bag was foolishness. They should have realized that the real wealth that they had was their family, a loving family, especially if you got children. And if you can produce children still, produce children. Don't be scared. Don't be on some coward. Oh, I ain't gonna bring no child into this world. That's why children are supposed to be brought into the world, to make it a better world. Don't live in fear and cowardice. Like I ain't gonna bring a child. Well, you doing worse by eliminating the children. So if you eliminated some children, then make it up by bringing some here. You know what I'm saying? Nafisa Jackson, thank you, Nafisa. I'm definitely gonna let her know. Definitely gonna let her know. I appreciate it. FBA Dynasty. FBA Dynasty.
Hey, what's up, Cam?
Oh man, you got it. Peace to you. What's good?
Hey, yeah, Cam. I just wanna ask you a question, man. I don't know if you really notice it out there, man, in the world where in today's time, when I see a lot of like mixed individuals, whether they be mixed with black and white or black and another nationality,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm wondering why why are they calling other different black Americans nigger, and they have black themselves? Like,
Bro,
you
hold
ever
on, hold
heard
on,
of that,
hold
man?
on, hold on, hold on. Like I know you ain't mean no harm by that, but
Yeah.
this
Okay.
this
Yeah.
page
Excuse
is
me for that.
Yeah, you could just say the N word. You can,
the N word. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the N word. It's like a lot of that been going on. I'm seeing. I mean, like, you know, I didn't seen it in public where you know, I would probably be in a vicinity and I would see like a black fella and a mixed individual that's mixed with some melanated in them, and you know, they have some black in them, and they calling them, you know, the actual black person the N word with the hard ER. Like, where are they doing that? Since when that is brand new now? Like, you know, and then
go ahead.
You know what? Like, I'm trying to wonder where they do that at now. Like, you know, you would have like a half melanated individual, and then, you know, they calling another fellow black person the N word with a hard ER, and they have black themselves. Like, is that a new thing going on nowadays, or?
Well, I ain't heard that one yet. I'm in the streets every day. I ain't heard that one yet. I've seen white people calling each other N word, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't heard that what you talking about yet. Where you hearing it at?
And then I seen one video to where, you know, it was some high school kids, and they was arguing with each other, getting ready to, you know, get them up with each other, and the mixed kids was hanging with the white kids, and they was calling the black kids, you know, the N word with the hard ER, like they identify with the white folks. The half black kid is identifying with the white folks, throwing racial slurs at the black kids. Like, is that something new now, or is that I've been under a rock or something? What's going on, man? Because, you know,
you've been under a rock, because we've been doing that. We've been doing that for 400 years. It's called a house Negro and a field Negro. So the house ones, that's mulattoes. That was the slavers. Okay. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I heard about the house Negro and the field Negro.
You heard about a slaver? You know what a slaver is?
I heard about a slave catcher.
A slaver is, I mean, they do that. They don't just catch, but, you know, they do the work of the slave master, and they use the language of the slave master.
So they mean they half and half then, or some of them, or all of them just full black.
Both. It don't have nothing to do with. It don't have nothing to do with your genetics. It got to do with your mentality. It has to do with what type of mental poison that you was programmed with. So what you saying right there is nowhere near worse than Bloods and Crips killing each other.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? It's just a different expression of the same thing.
Got you. Hey, thanks, Cam, for the enlightenment, brother. It's always good to learn something from you.
Man, likewise, FBA. Yeah. So a lot of us, you know, we Lauren Strickland, salute, new membership for show, man. Appreciate you. A lot of us focus on the product, you know what I'm saying, instead of the producer. We focus on the symptoms or the effect, and instead of going to the cause. Because, you know, diseases have all kind of different symptoms. So we might see a new symptom, but we don't realize, well, shit, that's actually the same. In principle, that's the same symptom as this symptom or that symptom, because it's being produced by the same cause. So I try to stay away from the detailed symptoms and different expressions and you know, manifestations of the same disease, and I try to go straight at the disease, because if you can kill the disease, then you're gonna kill all of that. Yeah. And I also I'm like looking at the comments. I'm looking at, you know, I listen to my own people, my loved ones, my homies, you know what I'm saying? And generally I find that we are emotionally triggered people. We are emotionally traumatized, even if we claim we ain't. If somebody say the wrong thing to us, then we gonna emotionally react. Or, you know what I mean? And get to calling each other names or whatever, like. And that's one of the reasons why we even got instructions from, you know, our commander in chief, which is Farrakhan, to not really speak on too much on the political thing, the Harris and Trump thing, because for whatever reason, well, we know the reason, same reason that we've been put a battery been put in our back against the orange dude, when we never had no problem with him prior to him becoming the president. And that's because these media magicians, these people that control media and money, they control our livelihood through money, and they control our opinions through media, flooding us with their ideas, pushing their enemies off on us, and saying that they should be our enemies. So now we emotionally ignorant people already. So now they giving us a new emotional program to be outraged and to be emotionally all vested in, which is politics of presidential elections. Like, ninjas ain't never knew nothing about no politics and no presidential, and it never worked. It never will work. Like, it's just incredible. So it kind of get me to reacting emotionally against people that believe in this presidential political voting system. That's insane to me. This is, to me, as though we can't see the whole history of voting and not voting, and the history of the people we voting for, the system that we having to go by, and now so-called electoral college and electoral votes, and now voter fraud, and now you don't even have to have ID to vote according to this administrator. Like, nah, this is. So I would get upset at my own people. So knowing that we would be winding up arguing and getting upset with our own people, because our own people ain't got an realistic leg to stand on against us. The minister was just like, don't speak on it at all. Don't speak on it at all. Let them do what they're gonna do, and let it fail. Like this administration we in right now has failed. This was our people's choice. Remember, this was the people's choice. We have got the orange man out of here, and this is the results. You know what I mean? This is the results. How we doing? So keep on voting. You know what I'm saying? Vote or die. Get your Diddy on. Get your Disney on. I'm just going to be here constantly reminding us that it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? But you have your free to choose and believe whatever you want to believe. You believed in Fauci. You believed in the Fauci juice. You believed in the science. You trusted the science. Okay, well, keep doing you. We're going to keep doing us. And we see which guidance is the superior guidance. We see which choices was the superior choices. So, but that, it's gonna force that. You know what I mean? So to the point where we're living in the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And Lot, who was the righteous, little messenger of God, he was the only one didn't want to go along with the whole rainbow agenda. So to such a degree that they wanted to do him harm. They wanted to get rid of him because he wouldn't get his rainbow on. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna offend each other. We're gonna irritate and offend each other to the point where one of us ain't gonna be able to remain no more. So we know that. So we have to just let Sodom and Gomorrahites do what they do. We separate. You know what I'm saying? If y'all right and we wrong, then we'll deal with our consequences. If y'all right, and if other way around is whatever. Right? Right. Dark gave women rights to her body, but y'all ninjas got to take the right. Exactly. Couldn't said it no better. And unfortunately, is your body. It's your children's body. It's your children's body. Your choice. It's not your body. You're deleting another body, because that's where human beings come from. All human beings come from the bodies of our mothers. So it's not our mother's body, their choice. It's their choice on what they're going to do to our body that's growing inside of their body. And they don't want no parts of that. They don't want to be reminded of that reality. But they want to point at voting and Trump and Diddy and ninjas and all right, well then, okay, y'all have at it. But then that's why people don't show up over here. People do not show up over here with all of that. And I respect it. I respect that you got enough sense that you won't dare come over here with that on no live. Nafisa, I'm not for voting or the juice, but that's just me. It don't supposed to be just you. That's a valid position as you have the right to express. You have the right to teach that position. If these people think that they got the right to teach us that we supposed to do it, and if we don't do it, we won't be able to work at this job, we won't be able to travel, we won't be able to visit our family members in the hospital, then you got the right to teach against it. You have the right to teach against it, to publicly tell people what they should and shouldn't do, because they told us what we should and shouldn't do. And then if we didn't do it, they accused us of being the problem. They said it was a disease of the un-Fauci juiced, remember? And all of the people that's passing away is our fault. Y'all remember they accused us of that? So you have the right to teach that, to teach that you're not voting or that you're not doing no juices. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get on here for. Like, okay, what you gonna do? Shut the page down? I'm already getting to who I'm getting to. I ain't gotta wait till I get famous or wait till I get a certain amount of followers or wait till I gotta do it on my level. If I get to just one person, I'm doing my job. If I get to one person every day, I'm doing my job. Nettie Bennett. It's easier to fool the sisters than have them put the mindset into the young. Yeah, that's the point. That's why they always after the women, because that's who gives birth to the next generation of males and females. The males that they fear that's going to overthrow them or that's going to replace them and become soldiers, they come through the womb of a woman. So getting the woman is always the goal. Capture the woman's mind, not capture her body. You capture the woman's mind and you got that people. You have captured that people because you captured the makers. You captured the factory that produces the people. So they always after our women's mind. They always trying to gas them up and find out what they desire and what they want and what they need and what their rights are, what their feelings are. And they're going to always cater and pander and appeal and all that and act like they supporters of our women's feelings. They are the ones. Satan makes the woman's feelings the law. Satan makes the woman's feelings the law. So now anything that upsets their feelings is a crime in this world. That's how they have fixed this booby trap up. Totally set up our women for the slaughter, because that does not work in no type of realistic life. Yeah. Daryl Jackson, I've lost good paying jobs because I would not take the Fauci juice. Yeah. And you preserved your health. You preserved your health according to statistics. You was safer than sorry. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So how many of us regret not, how many of us that didn't take the Fauci juice regrets not taking it? If I see any hands, how many of us regret? How many of us wish we would have took the Fauci juice? Let me see the hands. If I see any hands, you can go get it. You can go take it. They still making it. Yeah. Man, it's a trip though. So yeah, we here, man. We just here doing what we do. For whatever reason. I don't know if, like I said, if I didn't trigger their little algorithms because these little numbers then went way down. Hey, beautiful. Oh, okay. Hold on. You gotta stay off the screen. I don't want you to get on the screen. It's 12 o'clock. What day is it? Happy birthday to you. Let me see. You can't show me your hands. Hey, it's her birthday. It's your birthday. Go, Charlie. It's your birthday. Man, say peace to the people. Peace. So yeah, I guess she came downstairs and I feel. Feel good? Man, you thanking the God? Thanking Allah for another year around the sun, another lap around the sun. All right, well, I'm coming up, man. I'm coming up. Yeah. Well, on that note, I was trying to do it before I forgot. I got caught up with y'all. See what I'm saying? Be making y'all a priority over my own children. Come bringing in the birthday. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. If y'all, if y'all don't mind or whatever, you can like, subscribe, share, and a little cash app. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to put something on my little daughter's birthday, you can hit the cash app, and I'll shout y'all out when I get back on here tomorrow, and let her know who it's from. This is from Auntie such and such. It's from Uncle such and such. It's from Brother such and such. So, man, we appreciate y'all, and thank you again to. Thank you. Man, where my supers go? They didn't hit my supers. But thank you, Nafisa. Who else? And they be hating more. I mean, not Instagram. It's whoever these people are. Solomon, Nafisa, and it was one more person. But thank y'all. And like I said, you can hit the Cash App. I'll make sure she get it. And I'll get back on here. And Lawrence, salute Lawrence, new member. And we'll read them out. We'll shout them out tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, on that note, man, let me go get my heaven on, my bag on. That's what I got caught. I'm still talking. I got took off the subject because I was focusing on that as the bag. I done been around everybody and in all kind of environments, been around the world. I ain't had super money like that, but I've been around the money people, and I always been more healthy, happy, at peace, and had more love and family. You know what I'm saying? So I always had a bag bigger than all the so-called successful people. So do y'all. Y'all don't have to have money to be successful, to have the bag. If you got love, if you got a loving family, a loving God believing family, then you already the most wealthiest people on the planet. And if you don't, then get busy and make some. All right. Peace and blessings. See y'all in a minute.